All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I've got Bitbender, the man himself. We're going to be touching base on the latest and greatest on Gala. I've trapped him in a room with me for 30 minutes. I think we're going to be going over a lot of awesome leaks in the Gala game space as always. With that being said, I think it's time to get into it. There was an announcement that I saw. You guys, okay, I don't know if anybody owns Gala Gold here. I'm assuming that a good amount of you do. And for some reason, Bitbender and Benefactor keep saying big words. These are big words, and they're like, oh, what's to say that a bunch of people aren't randomly playing our games? I want to ask you, Bitbender, what is getting you so excited about Gala games coming into August and September of this year?
That's a great question. So, for starters, I think the thing that excites me the most about all of this is that for literally years, we have been building. We have been building and hammering away behind the scenes, working and working and working and working. And for a long time, a lot of that wasn't visible. And now we're getting to the point in time where it is becoming visible. People are being able to see, all of this and what us and the community have done together. And there is now a whole slate of releases that are going to be hitting hard and fast. And they're coming out at, a perfect time. And I'm super excited about it. We got Champions Arena coming up. We got Poker Go Play coming up. We've got all sorts of stuff coming up. We've got Rep coming up. We've got a lot going on. And I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah, no, I noticed. Like, you've been doing these blog posts and you just keep talking about a different thing every other day.
Dude, it's constantly. It's nonstop. It's like a different freaking thing every single time I say anything. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw this super funny thing. It was like, I think you were talking about like an ancient on Champions Dinner, and I'm like, there are so many things going on that not even Bitbender can
not even me know that there isn't an ancient.
Yeah, exactly. No. So I was like, wow, like that's how much is going on right now. And so what would you say is the number one focus after Champions Arena? I mean, we know this is coming out literally today.
Number one, dude, it's crazy. Like, okay, so.
Okay, tell me.
What is I'm going to tell you what my number one focus is.
Okay.
Which is very different from the number one focus. Okay. Well, I don't know if it is, but I'm focusing on this in a very granular fashion. My number one focus is bringing new people into the ecosystem and growing our presence in places that nobody's seen us before. Okay. Now, one of the things, and I had a rather spicy series of tweets that I posted that dug into users, like actual users in the blockchain space, in that there really freaking aren't any. And that's a problem, right? And so what I'm focusing on right now is driving Gala and real user adoption in a variety of different places. And one of the places that we're going to be working with first is universities. So pretty soon, within the next month, we have a massive campaign that's going to roll out across universities around the world that is focusing on enabling clubs and groups at that university to hold Gala-style events that we will in part help put together, provide collateral for, posters, brochures, all of that. So if you want to have a Gala Games party, you can have a Gala Games party at your university. We'll put up some prizes, things like that, maybe hook you guys up with some pizza, that sort of stuff. And you'll be able to play Gala Games, have fun with your friends. And if you're the person who's going to be hosting this, you get to be the one that, has the massive street cred of being able to host an official party. Same with film or music listening parties. There's all sorts of interesting stuff that's coming in that regard. And so I'm digging in really, really hard on working on building these opportunities for people to connect and build into the ecosystem themselves.
I've literally never heard anybody ever tell me that they're going to be doing marketing through parties in colleges. I'm already imagining like frat houses with giant Gala logos here.
Probably not the frat houses so much. Okay, more the blockchain clubs. Frat houses, there's issues. I just don't want to get into a position where there's like some really, really sketchy stuff that happens because of something like that. And frat houses, God bless them, they can be an amazing thing. Fraternal organizations are super cool. But I think anyone who has any sort of familiarity with Greek life on university campuses recognizes that maybe that's not a good branding choice.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I literally live in a university town, so yeah, I
Yeah,
see this
so
every day.
you know,
Yeah,
it's like,
I
I
see
mean,
this every day.
if
100%.
somebody wants to have, you know, a logo roller painted on the dome of some university somewhere, a frat house would be the great place to have that initiated, but that's not exactly our style.
Yeah, absolutely. And something else I kind of wanted to talk about. This is interesting because Gala doesn't do this at all, right? They hadn't done this for the first two. How long? You guys have been around forever, before I was even
Forever,
born,
long time,
practically at this
long
point.
time.
But
Yeah.
when I got into the ecosystem 2 years ago, nobody from the Philippines was playing any of the games on Gala at all. Like, it felt like it was Latin America, United States, and then maybe Europe somewhere in the mix, with Asia being a very small minority. Now it feels like I saw Spider Tanks recently made an update. It was like an August event. I don't know what exactly it's called, like Arachnid Week or something, where they're giving away a bunch of stuff for 80 wins. They opened a new server, and it's not where I thought it was going to be. It's in Japan. Do you know the reasoning behind that? That seems really interesting that
I
you're
do
now
not. I
beginning to
totally don't.
target Japan all of a sudden.
I think that, you know, Japan has very high quality infrastructure and has trunk lines to every major player in the region. So I think that that's probably the reason for that. I know that, for example, if you're in Japan, you can, you know, users from all over the region can connect very quickly. Whereas if you're in some other country, some places may be able to connect really quickly, but others won't be because they're routing through Japan. So I think that's probably the rationale behind that, although I don't know for sure.
Yeah, fair enough. Priorities are in different places. They're in Champions Arena and all these different things. Okay,
There's so
cool.
many things going on, man.
There's a lot of things going on. We're talking about marketing right now. Champions Arena. Please tell me that all the marketing isn't just content creators in Web3. What's the marketing plan? Because it's happening literally today, right?
There's a lot of stuff going on. Michael Medrano has been leaning in very heavily on marketing. I don't know the full marketing plan, but I know it's not just content creators, and I know that there's a lot of people that are pretty hyped about it. And I don't, oh man, I think I know a thing, but I'm not 100% sure I know a thing, so I'm not going to say the thing. I wish I
Okay.
could, but I'm not going to. And if it's the thing that I think I know, then everyone's going to be pretty happy with it.
Okay.
I know that's
I
entirely completely useless, but the
you'll
best
help
I
people
got for you, man.
speculate. It gets people looking at it. It's all good. Something else I wanted to speculate on is merch, right? We've got merch now. I got this yesterday. I've been waiting for, I think, what, like a month for this. This isn't the hoodie, by the way. This is just a shirt. I was like,
I know.
what's
I
going
know.
on here?
The
Where's
hoodie's
the
coming.
hoodie?
The hoodie's coming. The hoodie's coming.
I'm looking forward to that thing.
It's being hand sewn
Oh,
right
okay,
now,
fair
and then
enough.
because they actually do so.
Really?
If in the Gala Gold, I think Gala Gold's the only ones that we've actually exposed this to, the option to purchase. If you guys go there and purchase that hoodie is being made to order. It is not a thing where they make 500 of them
Yeah.
and then they put them all in bags and they pull it off a rack. Like, those are like each one of one, super high quality hoodies. So they're pretty cool.
Okay, listen, I've been shilling a lot of Illuvium hoodies because it's the only like Web3 game hoodie I have. It's going to be a big competition here because they've got solid hoodies. I don't know about the game, but the actual Gala hoodies, it's going to be a big competition. And I'm looking forward to
I am very confident in the quality. I don't know where they got theirs, but I'm very confident in the quality of these hoodies.
I think theirs was in California, but I do think that it's
Yeah,
going to
no,
be
it's
a good competition because I'm obsessed with hoodies. I mean, I'm wearing them on pretty much all of my videos. So this is the
yeah.
first time you'll actually see me with a shirt on.
It's, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wearing
Thank
clothes
you.
is important,
All right,
classy.
perfect. We've talked
That's
about
how you stay
clothes.
classy.
Exactly. I hope so. We're wearing merch. We're wearing all this stuff. Champions Arena is coming out. You've got this marketing plan. A bunch of stuff is
Yep.
going on that doesn't involve just Web3 gaming creators. So thank God.
Yep.
It's going to come out of the sphere. It's on
Like,
iOS, by the way, and
Yeah,
it's on Android.
it's on iOS. It's
I
on
downloaded
Android.
it. It's on
Yep.
PC. You can already download this.
Yep.
It's just fully ready. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
just like we're going to play it.
It's like a real ass freaking game
It's just
that's
like
fun.
I'm gonna be able to play this game, and it's not just gonna bug out the second I start playing it. Like, it's just I'm gonna be able to play it.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. It's a damn good game. It's
It's a
very
game.
entertaining.
So yeah,
I'm going to stream the hell out of me playing this game
Are
because I had a little bit of a problem. I have a problem. My name is Jason, and I have an issue with purchasing boxes.
oh,
It was a problem. And so that's why if you're in Gala Gold right now, I'm like giving out champions,
Oh,
like kind
he's
of
giving
left and
out a
right.
lot of them.
Because I got stuck in an airport the other day. I had a 5 hour layover in Seattle, and I'm just sitting in what is it, the cantina, like La Mexicana Cantina or something like that, little Mexican restaurant in Terminal B at SeaTac, and I'm sitting there buying and opening Champions Arena boxes while chatting with people in Gala Gold. So I have a ridiculous pile of champions that I intend on using.
I find it funny.
So
You go to a Mexican restaurant, you decide to spend like $10,000 in boxes just to like blast them open and get it out there. You've been giving away like half of them, though. I swear.
Oh, I have. I've been giving away like most of them. It's not just half. It's significantly more than that. I mean, because honestly, like how many champions are NFT already? Like 20 or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
So I don't know the exact number. I can only ever use one of each, right? So like I don't need
four,
at least
yeah.
I think. Well, right, but 4 different ones. But I couldn't use, say, Pindle Roots. I have an entire fucking forest of Pindle Roots, Classy. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous number of Pindle Roots. So I'm going to be giving those away. I'll give a bunch of Garbas away.
The Garbas are good. People get lucky.
So then some people are going to get some Garbas. I gave out a Garba.
Did you get any Nexus too? Like, are you going to be giving those away too, or what?
The which ones? The Nexus? Oh no,
yeah,
those weren't in boxes. Were those in boxes?
They weren't in boxes, but they were just like the little subscription packages thing that you were talking about.
I mean, I bought one. I bought one.
So someone's going to be a Bitbender scholar, is what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know how to use it. I don't know
in
how
November
it works
you'll be
yet.
able to use it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then eventually, sure. I guess so. Okay. But yeah, no, I've got some pretty cool stuff, and I'm gave away 2 saunas yesterday on the live stream.
You little.
So 2 of them.
Those
2 of them. Those are pretty
They're
cool,
pretty
right?
Dude, yeah.
The thing that I love about this is the art is so disgustingly high quality. It's beautiful. Like this is a real game. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I know Life Summoner's War, and it looks pretty close to the product. It probably looks, in fact, better than when Summoner's War had come out. Obviously, we're in 2023. That game came out a decade ago, but it's everything. This is the way I tell people. It's just a regular game. Most people will not care about the NFT part.
Yeah.
The only reason it's ever going to matter is, for one, for Gala people, the whole gems thing where they burn Gala into gems.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And then for second, it's just going to be, revenue share, right? Anything spent on there, 15%, I believe, is being given back to the people that have NFTs through a victory point system, which you can only earn through Arena. And the Arena distribution is crazy. If you're bad at the game, you might as well just not have an NFT, because it's like 0.05x versus like 30x all the way at the top. So make sure you're actually playing this game and grinding it out to get those NFT ready champions up.
Yeah, no, I mean, can I just show a thing? Somebody just sent this to me. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm gonna
leak everything.
Do it anyway. Well, this is I don't know if this is a leak. I mean, maybe you might get pissed at me if this is a thing. Hold on, let me do this. If I were to go, boom.
Oh. It's the hub.
Dude, so somebody just said you made this thing?
Yes, I made it. I put all the information on there, and I had fellow friends over at Hydra, which is the guild that we're running on Champions Arena, to go ahead and make it look pretty for me, right? Because I just put information dump. They made it look pretty.
This is freaking cool. And the thing that I love the most about it is that it tells me what everything does. And
incredible, right?
Otherwise, like I would just, I'm really like sort of a button masher when it comes to this sort of stuff. So
if you actually went ahead and went on the champion stats and you copied this sheet over, you'd be able to filter out on exactly what you want. So if you wanted just Harmony heroes,
or you just wanted
rarity,
crap.
And then there's the state guides, Nexus guides, Arena guides, Mayhem guides. There's for everything you can think of. There's a guide. There's a priority list of gems.
Dude, you need to turn this into like a freaking book or something. This is really cool.
It's a lot of work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of classy. I wasn't even making videos on the other channel, bro. I was just like, I don't know what it was that just took over me, but I just got so motivated to make a Champions Arena guide when someone had just randomly told me. They were like, oh, Classy, I don't know if I'll be able to do this guide on this like fandom. I don't have access to the abilities. I don't really have access to anything. And, it's a lot of effort before release. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I just started writing and I didn't stop. So,
dude,
yeah.
it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm super impressed by it.
I mean, I'm just happy people liked it. I was scared people wouldn't look at it. And I was like, fuck.
Dude, it's how like, this is like that kind of weird, yeah, this is the sort of thing I would do. Like, I go in heavy into stuff like that, and just go far deeper than I should. Ooh, Wallaroo.
Wallaroo is I'm not gonna tell people right now that Wallaroo is not very good. But what's good though is I think Voltron, Lucia is good. Oak Acorn is good on team comps. Leopold is good. I've done like too much research into this game at this point. I feel it's unhealthy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's good though, because if we're trying to be a top guild, we need to understand all the ins and outs for the game. But the thing was, I didn't want to gatekeep it because the original plan was to just not give it to anyone. But then I kind of felt like, I mean, the entire reason I'm here in the first place is for the community, so we just publish it for everyone. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's good because otherwise I'm here like streaming the entire thing out for you.
You're good. You're good. Everybody's looking. There's like 20 people looking at it right now, so it's great.
I love it. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Hopefully we can do that for more games, right? That's gonna be V1, and that's coming up for a lot more things. Like, I don't know. I think like sometimes it's like you don't need to do everything for pay. Sometimes it feels good to just do something for the people that you constantly talk to. And so that's what I did, right? So it is what it is. But let's get back to you because this is why we're here.
Talk about it, man.
We're here for Jason. I have a really good question for you. You probably don't have the answer for this. Great. When is that light paper coming out? Because I feel like that thing got announced like 2 months ago or something.
It's a thing that we still would like to do. It depends on so essentially the things that we do depend on the willingness of the teams that we're working with to do things too. Like if they're doing stuff, then we're doing stuff. If they're pushing forward really hard on things, then we'll push forward really hard on things. Champions Arena team, super active, like super ultra active on things. Spider Tanks team, awesome. Things like that. So we have a bunch of proposed things that we would like to do, and it's based on their timeline for whether they want to do that or integrate that, things like that. It was a thing that maybe Well, so the problem is that there is a light paper that exists, and it's for sort of the old economic model. I propose the integration of a new economic model, and a new light paper would need to come from that new economic model. Yeah. But it depends on them to decide to integrate parts of that economic thing. So essentially, we're not releasing anything right now until that conversation is completed, at which point in time then a path will be chosen, and we can go from there. Right now, it's the same basic economic model that other things have, with the 15% concept built into it. But it doesn't, because it's on Ethereum. There doesn't have the same sort of high velocity circular economy that like Spider Tanks does. And so, in order to get that, there's a little bit more work that they would need to do. And so it kind of depends on whether or not that's a thing that moves forward or not. So.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's just waiting, right? Ethereum is terrible. Like I was, I remember I was looking into terrible. I was looking into like gunslinger boxes, and I grabbed one, and she was great, while I was playing her. But I can't play her anywhere. It just feels like I can't get into games at this point. And this is something I actually wanted to talk about, because I feel like this is going to end up happening for several of the Gala games that end up coming out. I just let the community know that just because there's not a lot of people playing right now doesn't mean that you've done your marketing already and you're done with the game. It's more like exactly. You're planning for a greater campaign that you need a bunch of approvals from teams that are building these games.
There's always a lot of stuff that happens there, and there's always different timelines that people work on, different levels of focus that they're putting on different things. There's a lot of different bits and pieces. It's not just an us thing. We don't make these games necessarily, with a few notable exceptions. And so, as with anything else, we have, partners, and it sort of depends on where they want to go with it. And it's generally speaking, it's their game. Exactly. And it's, from a developer's perspective, sometimes it's a little bit rough, because the Web3 world is a difficult world to develop in, especially in bear market conditions. Okay, because it's difficult when you show up in Discord, and I know this. When you show up in Discord, there's just a whole bunch of people that are just screaming about some random thing that you may or may not have any control over whatsoever. Or in many cases, you definitely don't, because it's something like, value of NFTs on the secondary market, or, things like that. And when the entire, market is down like 96%, like, of course things are down. And, people have a tendency to look at this only from that perspective in some cases, and they don't look at it from the perspective of like, hey, this is a super fun game, let's play. And so that kind of causes issues. Now, as more and more players come in, it is the hope that that turns around to a certain extent.
Yeah, that's hoping, right? And talking about more players coming in, Poker Go Play is supposed to be coming out really soon, right? I mean, it's August, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe you did say, it's right now, what is it, August 23rd, 2023, that Champions Arena would be coming out. It is coming out today, right? We know that for a fact. That Get Plucked would be coming out. And then
Poker that I don't know anything about. The Poker Go Play, I believe, actually, let me just check the Twitters.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Because I didn't say that. I know that Eric said something, but I don't know what date.
I believe it was him, probably. Yeah, one of you. Yeah,
100%. I tend not to say anything about dates unless it's an officially announced.
Yeah, because everybody just starts getting super hyped for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And so Poker Go Play, because I believe that game's like practically done. I mean, I was playing it, and it just looked like a finished product. It's just, you're probably just getting ready for the marketing campaign when it actually launches. I believe the World Series of Poker, is that still going on? Is the advertising for that going on Poker Go Play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Well, the advertising for Poker Go Play is happening on the World Series of Poker.
Is it happening right now?
I mean, this exact second, I don't actually know, but like this time period, pretty yes, much. I believe so.
Oh wow, yeah, I don't watch poker.
So if you go watch, like, I mean, okay, well, let's just look at this really quick. Let's just see what happens.
You're gonna look it up
like
now.
I'm looking it up at this exact
people
moment.
are in Vegas playing poker right now with Poker Go.
Well, not this thing. I mean, come on, man.
Could you imagine?
Here.
Show me.
Look at this shit. Hold on. I'm opening up a new window for you.
Appreciate it.
Got all these Twitters or X posts or whatever they're called. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, they made it pretty cringe, didn't they? And that was X and posts. And then there was like this like friend tech pump and dump Ponzi scheme that came out too. That was always fun, you know? But,
dude, that what that was?
Don't use your friends for liquidity.
Dude, so we've got a social media network built coming to Gala chain, right? And I saw the friend tech thing, and I'm just like, come on, like they've tried this before. B,
it's big
what kind of what kind of adoption can you really get when like 99.99999% of your users, like, you're literally telling them you are worth nothing. You are worth absolutely nothing, and nobody cares.
And
because
you have to bridge in from Coinbase Base chain, which just came out. Like, a lot of people know about this chain, I'm sure, right?
I don't have a problem with Base. I mean, I know some of the people in business development for Base. It's a solid thing. It's oh hell, it's a fork of another thing.
It's just still too complicated to use though for regular people.
Yeah, exactly. But then you also begin with like,
oh, I see it.
Also, yeah. So there you go. Poker Go Play. This is Poker Go. This was 2 days ago.
How many views?
Most dramatic hands. This one has 32,000 views in the last 2 days.
There you go. If anybody was asking, there is marketing happening right now for Poker Go Play.
Actually, I want to see something. Let's see. Can we get a? Okay, there's that guy. What is going on with his view?
That guy keeps hopping on there. Oh, the side of the table?
I think it's actually on the felt.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Somewhere.
GG Poker. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, anyway, it's
that table.
Yeah, it's on the back of the chairs.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Right there.
So
it's pretty much on there like 24/7.
Yeah, there's pokergoplay.com or all around the outside of the table. So there's stuff happening, guys. There's definitely stuff happening.
And how many times
Um,
has because Poker Go is this huge poker brand, right? And they're
Poker Go, no. Hold on.
no.
Poker Go is like the huge poker
Oh,
brand. It's not
sorry.
like a
Sorry.
like Poker Go handles almost all of the broadcast poker televising globally. Like they do freaking
Wow.
everything. They do a lot of stuff. Now, a lot of people know about World Series of Poker, but the World Series of Poker is broadcast exclusively by Poker Go.
Oh shoot. And how
So
many times have they created mobile games, right? Is this their
this
first
is the first one.
partnership to
Well,
create one or
for a long time, the partner or the mobile game that they would advertise, and if you've ever watched the World Series of Poker, you can actually go
have
and see
not?
it, and it's up here in the upper
Yeah.
left hand corner. It would usually say, there's a World Series of Poker app that exists. This is the first time that they've decided they're leaning in with us to create their own. And so they're adding that app into all
Wow.
of their broadcast stuff. It's pretty cool, man. Like it's pretty impressive. And I think that
I think poker players are going to be excited for it. That's what I think.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I love to play poker and I'm super stoked. I can't wait for this.
Yeah, shout out to Wasi for the poker games that we played back in 3XP, but that's like the only time I've ever played. If you get drunk enough with Classy, I'll just go all in all the time and just somehow miraculously win or lose. So there's that. Okay, cool.
That's how all in typically works. But yeah.
Yeah, that's how it usually works all the time. But Poker Go Play, so we've got that down locked. We're not sure when it launches. Yep. That's clarified here. Get plucked. What happened?
Somebody is sure when it launches. I'm not sure when it launches.
Bitbender is not sure. Clear that out. Get plucked. What happened to RoboCoop? Because I saw a murder scene, okay? And I don't know what's going on.
I guess I can't talk about it right now, Classy.
Was he close to
you? I just can't. The RoboCoop and I were really close. I just can't talk about it. It wasn't me, though. All I know is it wasn't me. I think it was Vera. Seems like the sort of thing Vera would do.
Trouble in Paradise.
I don't know. I was there in Los Angeles just waiting in the studio to meet with RoboCoop, and it didn't happen. It wasn't able to happen. It was terrible.
The little chicken blood was all over the place.
Yeah, he didn't make it across the road. He didn't make it across the road.
He wasn't even on the latest ahead of the game either.
No, he wasn't. It could have been an IKEA truck. Could have been anything. Who knows?
Anything.
It was flat pack furniture. I saw that. There was a popsicle. I don't know what that means. Somebody tell me what the popsicle means. Dude, it looks like a popsicle. Maybe it wasn't.
Has nobody figured out the popsicle? What's going on with the popsicle?
I don't know. I saw it was.
Why do you know about this popsicle, but nobody else knows about this popsicle? Bitbender.
That's a great question. It looks like a popsicle. Maybe it's not a popsicle. I don't know. Things get weird when they're designed in voxels. So maybe it's not a popsicle. Maybe I just like popsicles and thought it was a popsicle.
You're accusing Vera, but you know about popsicles that she probably doesn't. So
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking. That's all I gotta say. All right, so that's what we know about RoboCoop. Okay. So, do we know anything about Get Plucked? Any leaks? Anything cool happening?
I do not know. I do not. I know that there may or may not have been a tiny preview of that that people saw last week, but
was that on the Gala Gold chat?
I think something may have even gotten popped into an app store and pushed live for half a second before.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. On Android.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I legitimately do not know what the situation was with that. But because I think I was actually in Los Angeles at the time when it happened, and people are like, "Oh, this is a thing that happened," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm sure there are interesting details that are within that application that was there for 0.5 seconds. All right, so we've gone through these games. Everybody's really excited for these games. Let's go over September. Now, I know there are a couple games, right, that, of course, you're probably still working out on, the whole Legends Reborn thing, contracts, complicated jargon stuff, boring. Nobody wants to hear about that. They want to hear about what's coming after. Because I know that rep nodes were they're supposed to go live, like, last week or something?
They're probably going live this week.
Okay. Probably. Okay, this is a probably coming from Bitbender.
Yeah, probably. It's a gold-plated maybe.
Gold-plated maybe. And we know, are there going to be discounts for people that have Founders nodes, Gala
Founders
Gold?
nodes and Gala Gold will both get discounts.
Okay. And in terms of Gala Gold, I did notice, I think the price increased for it, right? It was like $50 and now it's like
So now it's $100.
$100. Isn't that becoming a subscription though? Like, isn't going to change like
It's not
totally?
a subscription yet, though.
Okay.
So it will be becoming a subscription, but right now it's still a lifetime thing.
Okay, fair
So,
enough. So if we've got it, we get grandfathered in. Everybody's happy
yep,
about that. Okay,
yep.
awesome. Yeah. And I know there was going to be the whole Silk giveaway for people in Gala Gold that was still happening, I
There's
think.
something going on with that. That's
Yeah.
not a thing I'm part of, but I've heard of that.
Okay, we're trying to get
I
all
don't
the
I don't know
information
what
up.
the
All
I don't
good,
know what
all
the
good.
situation is.
Okay, cool. So any leaks for September?
Any leaks for September? There's a lot coming, guys. Like there's a lot. I have to save some of the leaks for ahead of the game, though. You know that, right?
Okay,
Like I
that's
can't.
fair. That's fair. But if it comes out of your
Like I
mouth
can't.
here, that's fine too.
It is, but I have to. I have to save some. I have to save some.
Yeah, that's all good. Okay, cool. So we don't need to get leaks from you there. Do you know anything about Echoes of Empire? Because I do know that they're having their summer playtest right now. What's
Having a
the
summer
reception
playtest right
there?
now. It's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a super polished game. It's super beautiful. I met with Matt Lee while I was down in Los Angeles, and it was super cool to have a chance to sit down and talk with him. It was really weird. I was in my hotel room and my audio was not working on my camera setup. I have this
Nice.
gigantic like Pelican case with cameras and microphones and stuff, and due to the lack of a single cable, nothing works quite right. So you know what it's like when you go and set
Literally
something
every
up,
time.
and you're just like, oh my god, how like it's almost as if your audio video setup evolves new requirements like while you're asleep or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like come back and
Something
there's
is
like
randomly missing.
a new plug that didn't exist last time that it now is required to run. So it's one of those situations. So the video was not fantastic. I would have liked it to have been a lot smoother and cleaner, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm super excited about Echoes of Empire as well.
Yeah, and that's coming out in October 13th, something like
I think
that.
they did
26th?
release a date. I don't remember what
October
that date is.
something. I don't know what the exact date is. But yeah, those games are coming out really soon. I mean, this is just another era of Gala. It feels like where I can finally stop talking about the token. Thank God. Thank God, Bitbender.
Yeah.
I was getting so tired of putting the shiny head and then the little Gala token there and then talking about some news. I'm so happy that I could just start talking about the actual games and be able
Yes.
to play the games. Which is the
And
idea.
put like pieces of pictures of the games there.
I
You can still
know.
put my head. I have different pictures for you can use
Okay,
if you'd
good.
like. But
Good.
you know, I actually have a whole new thing of pictures I'll
You
have
did
to
a
send
photo
you so you can
shoot
play
for
with.
pictures. Great.
I literally and do you know why I did it?
Why?
I showed them the screenshot of your channel with like
And it's like all the same
30,
picture.
30 of my head. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. I talked to my friend Donna and I'm like, Donna, you know, we gotta do this.
I'm
So
here to just, further the Gala Games ecosystem. A big
yeah,
part of
you
that
do.
is making sure that we get more Bitbender headshots, right? It's very important for all content
Got
creators
some
out there.
got some good ones for you. So I'll get those over to you.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I know Meow Match is still doing their thing. They had a little announcement with the $100 microtransaction. That already happened, though. That's passed. For the most part, it's time for future leaks. He's going ahead and withholding them from me, which how dare he? But September looked like it's going to be very exciting for Gala Games too. He said, we're putting up the heat. And I don't know about you, but I'll believe it when I see it. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure to have Jason here. I'm sure we're going to have him probably again next month. Until the next time, any closing statements, Jason, until we let him out?
I would encourage everybody to take a very close look at some of the things that are happening within the Gala music ecosystem, specifically surrounding some community type events. If you're a member of Gala in any level, you would have gotten an email the other day inviting you to join in a little bit of a treasure hunt. Check that out. There's some cool stuff going on there, and it involves rep. So that'll be a thing that I think people are excited to give a shot at. And if you're having a hard time figuring out the answers, make sure that you join the Earl Sweatshirt Discord to check those out, because those people have that stuff on lock.
That's incredible. Are we going to have like an America's Got Talent on Gala Music where Classy just goes in there and just does a beautiful symphony? Or Is it just
I,
a different community event?
you can do a beautiful symphony. It's a different community
Absolutely,
event.
absolutely.
It's a different community event. But I mean that's what I was doing in Los Angeles. I was there at a concert and working on some very cool stuff with Rep.
That's awesome.
So check it out. It's cool.
All right, and there you go, folks. Till the next time, stay classy. There's Biddy there, and that's all.
Peace out, guys.